If you have been attending the Unranked to GM Ana only streams over on my Twitch recently, you have likely begun to realize that we have been losing a lot more games while locking Ana. While each game is different, I wanted to highlight a few things to focus on while taking on the competitive ladder of Overwatch. While knowing when to switch is important to understand when it is relevant, within this series we are focusing on how to react to situations on Ana and not necessarily how to strictly climb, as it is more of a macro concept. Having a strong mental is incredibly important when climbing in ranks superior to those of the metal ranks. Your mindset while climbing is an extremely important aspect of the process that many creators fail to acknowledge, and you will find that if you choose to join a structured team in the future, your mindset will matter even more. Tilting only makes your team play worse, so it is important to avoid when possible. With that out of the way, it is important to understand while you climb that you are not going to win every game. There are simply going to be games that you will lose that you can't really do anything about. However, you have to understand that you must go into every single game trying your absolute best, even if your team is tilting and it does not look winnable. The reason I am bringing this up is because the game I plan on showing you all today looked incredibly unwinnable. After the first fight, the team had already begun to tilt, but with positivity and a competitive attitude, we managed to pull a win seemingly out of nowhere. In these games, you have to try your best until the very end, and while losing games like these aren't necessarily on you, you can always learn from losses, whether it be how to keep a calm mental state or carry even harder on support. That being said, I am taking the day off tomorrow from streaming as I've been putting a lot of work in these past few weeks. I'll see you all on Friday with more Unranked to GM content and possibly even put in a debut YouTube stream on Saturday or Sunday. And with that all said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. So guys, welcome back to the third VOD review of the series. Today we are doing the Diamond VOD review. And we have a game on Ilios. This game was very odd. We did pull out with a win. I just want to start off with that. But the thing is that this game did not look winnable at the start. So it's important for you guys to understand that, yes, there are games that are just not winnable. There will be games where you will put everything in, and even if you play perfectly, you will still lose that game. That is just how online matchmaking games work. You have to understand that just off the rip. Besides that, there are also games you have to understand that even if the game looks like it's not winnable, you must try to win that no matter what. You don't want to just give up. You can have it in the back of your mind because that's human nature, but try not to focus on it. If something does not look winnable, try to make it look like such. But also understand that even if you lose that game, even if you put all of your work in, there will be things that just you can't change. So with that out of the way, let's get into it. I'm on Ana here. Let's see which characters we want to nano. Just saying, I did just do a tier list for nano targets. I don't know if I'm going to release it this video first or if I'm going to release that video after. I think that'll help. I'll probably just release this video next week, or that video next weekend. But yeah, let's look at this. So, nanoing the Pharah is really, really strong right here. Nano Barrage is something that's oftentimes slept upon. It can keep the Pharah alive. Very, very strong. I should be looking to nano this Pharah unless there are situations that tell me otherwise. Nanoing Torb's okay, but we just have better options. Much like the Hog, if I wanted to nano him, if he hooks a tank in. Wow, there's different. I didn't know there's different colors. Like the Hog, if he hooks a tank in, like Rhine, can be a very, very strong hook combination there with Nano, even if they bubble, because then he'll be able to clean up that Rhine fairly easily. And also nanoing the Orisa if they walk on the Orisa very hard and she is getting overwhelmed against their Brawl. Just something to look at. And sorry if you guys actually can't see because there's the diamond thing, but I'll actually start drawing up here. Hog, good nano. Orisa, good nano. Pharah, good nano. Torb, okay nano. Mercy, okay too if she needs to get a clutch overtime res, but that isn't really going to happen often. So yeah, with that out of the way, let's get right into it. Yes, and as I said, this game is going to represent the theme of it looked like it was not winnable, but because we kept trying, and we kept pushing through as a team, and we kept a level head, it was very winnable. So, First thing I think I always default to Ilios Lighthouse, I think this is called. You should always be defaulting to up top. Right off the bat here, I don't know if you guys actually watched this on stream. There's really not a whole lot you can do here. This guy came into this game with a shtick up his butt, for lack of a better term. And he was complaining about healing, goes out of my LOS. The Mercy couldn't even fly to him because the Mercy was on the ground and did not actually have line of sight because she wasn't with him the entire time. Dude gets directed twice. Yeah, that kind of stuff can be tilting. But the thing is that this guy has to understand is that he has to make sure that the Mercy is on him and not vice versa. Yes, you want to be aggressive, and he was calling it out a lot, but to tilt like the way he was, you have to try to shut that down immediately. If he keeps talking about it, you have to be like, all right, dude, it was the first fight, whatever, we go next. This was kind of the start of a rough first map for us. But now, since no one else is really taking spam, because the Pharah was 1v1ing the other Pharah, I know that I should now be taking shots to kind of make sure that the Pharah doesn't spam my team in the meantime while we're rotating. All the while, my Hog also gets a very crucial pick on the Kree, so the fight is very winnable. The fight's not lost. The problem is that we have Mr. Do over here still complaining that he wasn't getting healing from Mercy, so the comms are kind of flooded. But I digress. Let's keep going. Sleeping the Pharah there, it's good because you can think that she would actually peek. If she doesn't peek, whatever. I think this sleep here is a little bit more justifiable than the sleeps I was doing last week on Lijon. But let's see if I actually fix that. I probably didn't. It's a good pull on the Reese's part. Just looking to try to poke any Mercy damage while I can. Hog shouldn't have been as engaged as he was. He should have gotten the pick and gotten out. There really isn't anything I can help him with that there. But yeah, we're just playing high ground because we have it, they don't. Smile, and my Torb drops, unlucky, not a whole lot I can do there. Just have to rotate back to spawn and look for a sleep on this Reinhardt. He's shield dancing quite well. Somehow that nade doesn't hit him, but that's still a really good idea. And yeah, we should kill the Rein here. Now the fight is still in our favor. We have spawns, but let's see how we go about it. Everything I've done so far kind of works for me. The rest of the team, they've made mistakes that kind of were started all because of the negative attitude, so people can't really think straight. Thus, they drop high ground, they make bad decisions, we drop high ground. Keeping a level head is very important. That is a big lesson to be learned here. I need heals the Pharah needs heals. He starts complaining again. We have the picks that we need to win this fight, so like here's the thing, this is still a very winnable fight. The negativity needs to be dropped. It will lose you games. The sleep, unlucky. Very good idea to try to sleep the flanking Kree so we can just mitigate that flank immediately. I missed the sleep. That happens. It's probably gonna get me killed. So I'm chilling here. Mercy's healing me. I look away because I thought I would need to run. In that short amount of time, Pharah engages, kills my Torb. Again, it's just very unlucky. It's one of those things you just go to next. In a split second, that kind of stuff, sure, it's justified that I could have been looking at the Torb while backing up, but how many replicas of that situation are you really going to run into? A good stun on the Kree's part, we just need to get out. I need to reload, yeah, whatever, we lose. I try to sleep the Kree before he rolls out. I didn't get away with it, and at this point, might as well should have just taken that pin so I didn't stagger anymore, but I wanted to get all charged. So yeah, big thing here, mental is really important. As a support, it's kind of the stereotype that you should have a good mental and you should keep bringing your team up. And that's a good stereotype to have on the roll. If your team is starting to get out of hand, just tell them how it is, if that's your style, or just be like, dude, whatever, next fight, the game is still winnable. And don't have your mental shattered. And I'll get more into that a little bit later because I still have something else to say on that concept. But for the sake of time, let's keep pushing this forward. Pharah's just chilling in her spawn. Our Pharah really needs to just get on her. But I guess that she's just not feeling like she's going to have the support she needs. This is incredibly unlucky. We didn't kill the Kree, and the D.Va didn't eat. Again, what else could we really have done here? Not a lot. We couldn't have slept him because there was a shield in his face, our face. But yeah, let's run back. Let's run it back. Let's just review this again. That's a good sleep attempt on the Rein. The Rein had his shield up. and the nade's not going to hit. So at that point, if you kill the Rhine, that Kree can't even high noon. Again, right here, it's a string of unlucky events. We've made the right call. He just kind of outplayed, and then our diva was a little bit too extended. But is it really her fault when the peel was so crazy good for the enemy? Reinhardt, you know, not really. Not really that big of a mistake. Very high level mistake there. So right here, right here, complete mistake. I don't know what I was thinking. Step one, tunnel visioning on a Pharah. You have to, well, it's not even step one. This is just all it is. You can't tunnel vision on a Pharah and then walk out into main. That is a breach of positioning. Sure, the fight was already lost, but you have to make sure that you're staying aware of what's going on in main and not just give up. Big mistake on my part. Did it really cost anything? No, but it's still something to note. Make sure you're not tunnel visioning.
I'm not ready to hang it up.
Alright, so my whole team's alive, but I'm not. You have to make sure that you are communicating when you are dead, when it is kind of out of place. Because people aren't necessarily going to be looking up top right here where the kill feed will be, and they will probably be they'll probably be forgetful of that as well. Especially when people like your Pharaoh over here are complaining about heals and saying that your Mercy isn't doing anything. You have to make sure that everyone understands when you are dead, when you're not. I'm not trying to subtweet Slick, but if you do watch this, I think this is something you could improve upon. Just making sure you're telling people when you're dead because of the character that you're on. Like, if you're on Baptiste, people must know if you died early on Baptiste and Brawl that you are dead, because that will drastically change the fight. Something extremely slight, but will definitely change the course of the fight for the better for your team, because now they can react better. I digress. Let's keep moving. Again, taking high ground, it's pretty much the status quo of what you should do on this map, making sure that you have high ground. We start the fight off with a great hook on the Zarya. My diva has mobility to get away from the Rhine, and they don't really have anything. They don't have a Lucio that's going to actually get on her. So I'm more so making sure that my Hog can keep carrying, because he is in there. Making sure I'm looking to make sure that he's getting more value. He gets shattered. I committed to this nano mentally, and then the nade came in. Better reaction time would have made a difference here, but if he doesn't get antied here, nanoing him keeps him alive. Which I committed to it mentally. It didn't work out. Whatever. Missed the nade as well. You just have to keep practicing. I don't think the nade's really going to make that big of a difference. See that the Mercy's out of position. When you see people out of position here, that's one of the things. Damage is healing. If you can kill that Mercy, that's crazy. That's crazy good value. Your diva will be fine. She has the mobility to keep herself alive. Take the opportunity to destroy pretty much their pharmacy pocket right then and there. Very, very good play to make there. And then that's that. That's that fight. Somehow we have almost brought this back when it looked like it was unwinnable. And now we have the point. We still have ults in the form of Barrage and Bomb and almost a whole hog. It's looking very good for us, actually. The way that we are turning this around. At this point, you should realize we are the better team. We are just tilted. Let's put aside our differences and win the game.
I'm on fire.
But let's keep going here. Still keeping the high ground, making sure that there isn't a flanker behind, because I'm pretty sure that was called. But at this point, we're all cracking jokes. We're having a good time. I'm not expecting to win this map, but I'm expecting to win the game. I'm always expecting to win the game. We can always win the game. It's always winnable. Just poking the Pharah when you can so that she can't just do whatever she wants, especially since we didn't really have a hit scan. And that's a first pick on the Pharah. That's pretty much a one fight, because now they have to use their res. We decide to bomb that, which is a little odd. But let's take it back a little bit, because this is still important. I don't have nano, so I should really be looking to poke, which is another reason why I'm poking here. And again, people out of position. It doesn't matter who it is. This Zarya is way out of position. Capitalize upon this. Bam. Killed by team. Definitely very strong Torb and Mercy player here for actually picking up on that. Just stuff you have to be looking for. In these situations, when no one on your team needs heals, look for damage. Damage is healing. I understand it's an oxymoron, but it's to further prove the point. Yucked that nade a little bit far, but if it splashes there, it's a good idea. The fight hasn't really started yet either, so it can force them to wait even longer. Right there, if you were watching stream, it was a joke. I wanted to mess with them to see if he would die from Fire Strike, but just heal your teammates. Let's keep going. You gotta mix content with the educational stuff, you know. See the Pharah flying high, immediately looking to heal my Pharah because I'm not really going to do enough damage to actually pressure out the Pharah. We're also looking for Nano Barrage right now, so I'm kind of like, oh, you want to do it? He calls out for it now in a few seconds, even though he's not there. That's fine, though. If he wants the Nano, he deserves to get it. And he pops off with it. All right, next fight. That's great. Notice how we were looking to Nano the Pharah off the rip when the situation was optimal for it, and we won the fight pretty easy with it. I understand that I did Nano the Hog previously, a fight pretty close to here. The other fight where I nanoed. That's still the best nano there because that is something that could win you the fight if he doesn't get nano or antied. Moving into this next fight, we know they have Grav. It's not looking very good for us. We really just have to be looking for early value, which is probably going to get one of us killed. Try to go for the sleep on the ball. That probably wasn't realistic. Still keeping the high ground is really important, but here the Zarya is way out of position, and my Torb can definitely win this fight with an anti as well. So I decided to anti the Zar. Torb plays a little less aggressive here, but still should, I think, no, he doesn't pick it up. That's more so just a miscommunication on his part. He didn't understand what I was saying. And right there, there's not a whole lot more I could do. I probably could have done some more damage if they were antied, and just reactively done that, or tried to kill the ball. But the problem is, everyone's already dead. That's not salvageable. Big nade though again on the Zarya, so actually could have probably been salvageable if I did do more damage. I don't know, it's hard to say, because if that ball dies, it's probably a much more manageable fight. I'm gonna have to touch here. I need myself before doing so because they have a Kree that can spam me down. Sleep the ball. I'm just trying to play. I'm just playing to live here because I know my ball's coming back. Doing some damage to the Pharah. Can't really heal the Pharah, or doing damage to Zarya. Can't really heal the Pharah. Get rezzed. At this point, it's just a matter of I really need to hit a big nade. If I can, it's maybe winnable. I hit a nade in the backline, not big enough. Needs to hit the whole team and really find value, and it's just a lost fight. Here's the thing. The reason why I'm doing this VOD is because if you watched this live, it's really important to note that this game looked like it was lost. People's mentals were shattered before the fights even started. But by cracking jokes, by keeping people in the game, we turned it around and almost actually won this first map. There are games that you are going to lose. I've shown it on my stream. I've already lost 12 games. The thing is that a game isn't over until it's over, and you have to try to learn from every loss and keep your head up, because when if you're trying to one-trick on it through ladder, you are going to lose games just because she's not the strongest character right now, and you just have to give it your all. You cannot succumb to a tilting mindset, and the moment that you do and you notice that you have to stop playing, take a break, and keep going. Which I might make a video about, actually, because that seems to be something that holds a lot of people back, actually. So, nano targets here. Definitely not nanoing the Hanzo. Maybe gonna nano the Hog or a Reset. Really depends. Pretty much the same idea here. So, let's keep going. Torb also is very strong against the comp that they have. Which is a very strong comp, by the way. I'm pretty sure that's a current meta comp, actually. I might be wrong, though. Double Shield really might just be the best. But I think Ball would be really good against Double Shield. So yeah, we're just chilling. We have a BAP now, so we can be much more aggressive, which is super nice. I sleep the trait. Okay, that is okay. I want to see that. That was a really good sleep attempt. That was a hit marker. Y'all heard that. Y'all heard that. That's a ping diff. That's unlucky. Alright, but yeah, still a good sleep attempt. If you can hit sleeps on tracers, it's crazy value because it keeps you alive. So if you're good at it, do it. If you're struggling with it, practice it, but don't do it all the time. Again, anteing a ball after that slam, very nice. I know that my Hanzo needs healing, but from where I'm hearing him in comms, because of like it kind of tells you proximity of his voice, I know I'm not going to get to him. I'm going to focus on trying to get stuff killed, like the Echo or the Tracer that's behind me. I missed the sleep there, very unlucky. I do get peels from my BAP though. Take the ammo. She could have just healed me there, but it's really tough to say and takes a lot of practice to know that. And let's keep going. I just kind of went over that nade, but it didn't look like it was such a bad nade that it required something huge macro-wise into it, but let's keep looking into this. Looking for heals and also looking for damage. My Hanzo's way too far there. I really just need to be looking to do damage. I really shouldn't be shooting here when I don't need to. But I'm just trying to heal poke damage when applicable. That is just so boring. The thing I could do there was just move. Move to the right more. But I was going to get booped into the ball as well. That's just an annoying character. I think the way I played that was fine. I think I underestimated the power of Echo, so at this point forward, I have to respect the Echo when she has a damage boost, because she can apparently one-shot me through all of the mines. Who knew? Not something that happens a whole lot, though, when you're looking for it. I also didn't think that she was actually just shooting in one spot. I digress. You guys just have to adapt when you see that kind of stuff. I know that the ball is on my BAP, because logically that's where the ball would be after the BAP was low, so I need this corner. Now that the window is up, I know that I can kind of just play with my team, and if they jump me, I'm fine, because there will be so much damage coming through that we'll win. And then Deuce hitting shots again, all as well. Let's keep it going. Still a lot of mistakes here, but we're making it happen. Sleeping the ball, that's huge. A really unlucky nade there, but he should die. Yeah, this ball should die. The fact that the Hanzo did not kill it is not really on us. We could have had a better nade. We could have angled it down a little bit more to have it be more consistent. But still, at the end of the day, that ball should have died. Macro-wise, that is a good play. Micro, could have been a bit better. Trying to help my hog out, but not actually killing myself for it. The thing is that because of how far we've forced this Echo to come up into our team, nanoing the hog is a very good nano, because it's kind of the Uno reverse idea. They think they have won, but they really haven't, so you can force it back into them. It might not be the best nano out of my entire team, but in this situation, it's a good nano. You have to be playing reactively, especially, not 100% reactively, but you have to know when to react, because you get nano so fast. But let's keep it going here. So yeah, immediately then, instead of my hog being picked, the Echo is now picked. See the differential here? That is pretty much the definition of you just won the fight and you just lost the fight. Use nano to do that. I understand it's only one pick, but that's pretty much just giving you the fight. Right here, I know that the ball is coming in. I didn't alt track in my head that he had mines, but it's pretty obvious if you're gonna roll this hard and I'm this much like pushed to kill this Echo, that I should sleep this. I sleep him, I actually get the mines out, and that just adds on to the value with my hog. We've won the fight now. At this point, just trying to deal damage, because my hog doesn't need the heals. My Hanzo, if he dies, he's the one out of position. I still try to help him out, because I am actually in the aggressive position to do so. We've won the fight. It's now just a matter of cleanup and helping my Hanzo. So we're just kind of chilling. Yeah, this is just pretty much cleanup phase. There's not really a whole lot I can say to this. Right there, incredible patience on my sleep, because I was not aiming that correctly at all. Took the time until I knew I was going to hit it, and then hit that sleep. Ball actually got back on, which kind of sucks, but you know, it is what it is. And we're just kind of chilling on point. We still have our nade. We're looking to use it aggressively. We don't need to nade ourselves there. Even though we're down 100 health, I can trust my BAP. I try to nade aggressively there. I whiff, but the idea was still there, and we win the point. This looks like a completely different team than what I had last round. You can argue with me in the comments, but this team, it looks like night and day. If you can keep your team in a positive mental space, keep all the rivalries or whatever, and keep all the negative emotions and thoughts, keep them out, it increases the chances you will win the game. There will be times that you put a lot of work in to keep people's mental positive, and you'll still lose. Those are the type of games that, you know, you are meant to lose that game. But it's important that you at least try, because these games will happen a lot, and it will hold you back if you don't at least try to stay positive. At least yourself, you know? But let's finish this off. We only have about 3 minutes left because we rolled them on this map too. But there's probably some stuff that I could talk about here as well. And I don't want to keep the VOD going on for too long. But I think the main point of Diamond here, I'll get to then. Because there's a little bit more that I want to say at the end. That doesn't necessarily apply to this map, but it's what I've learned. But yeah, okay, nano targets, it's the same comp. You have a lot of options with Orisa. Sorry, let me go from up here. Orisa, you have it from Torb, and you have it from Hog. And alright, let's keep going. Alright, so we're walking down main with our team. My team calls out that there is a Widow, so the way that I want to play this map is very different than what it would normally be. I want to play left side because that is a very hard angle for Widow to take. And they're not actually taking left, so I can chill here. Winston no bubble. My Reese is pulling. I decide to nade to force them. Here, let me actually take this back. So I decide to nade this to force that Winston to jump, and that's already used bubble. See, Zarya uses bubble, Winston jumps. They have to use cooldowns to evade my cooldowns. That's probably not what they were actually thinking, but when you get to higher elos, that will make them do that. And now I'm just spamming from here. I know that the Widow is top left. I can scope in however much I want because no one's really focusing me. I am aware of everything that's going on. After a little bit, though, I do decide to unscope. I'm trying to look for a big nade here, in which I don't thread the needle, which kind of sucks. And Hanzo overextends, didn't get a heal from a BAP. I need to be playing more aggressive, though, with this composition anyways. Monkey jumps me, so now I'm going to jump into my team. Not really that big of a deal. Definitely want to be looking. I didn't glance at my BAP there. If my BAP is getting cleaved like that, I have to make sure I'm keeping tabs on my BAP. I wasn't there, so that was kind of a mistake, an awareness mistake. I missed the sleep there. Yeah, this is just very bad mechanically, but macro-wise, this is still pretty decent. Kree was reloading, so I knew I could peek that. I'm just trying to keep my BAP alive and myself at the same time. We somehow get out of that. That was very bad mechanically by my part, but macro-wise, I still think that was pretty good. The understanding of what was going on in that situation was very good. The thought behind it was good. The execution was faulty. That'll happen. No one's perfect. Going into next map, they have a high noon, or not next map, next fight. They have a high noon, so maybe saving sleep for that. But I don't think I was ult tracking this, so didn't want to drop high ground there. That was just again another mistake. Jumping my Widow, she has grapple, that's fine. I don't think I saw the bubble in my head, so I tried to sleep Winston. Gotta be more mindful of that kind of stuff. Still have the nano here. That's a big pick from our Widow, so we pretty much already have won the fight. It's not 100% won, but we pretty much won. Torb wants the nano. I say screw it. Yeah, I'll give you the nano. I nano the support, or not nano, anti the supports, and from there it should be just pretty much a free fight win. But then we kind of choked because we didn't look at the nano targets. We still end up actually winning. So actually, let me play this back. This is somewhat crazy to think about. But they don't have a Zen. Our team pulls out with a win. Right there, we just have to focus their supports. If we focus that cooldown, we win. Not really as big on my end of a mistake as someone else's. As a team, it's more so a team, not a one-person thing. Right here, just looking for a sleep. I end up sleeping the Moira so that they have to wait a little bit longer. This will make them not want to take the engagement the way that they want to. That's value. That forces them to rethink very quickly. Just trying to LOS the high noon. I get rolled by the Hanzo that flanks with the Moira. But let's go from a third-person point of view. The value that I got on that Moira and the damage that I have done pretty much have already carried the fight. I did not let them take the engagement that they want to, and now they are all over the place. And that's just going to become a GG's from this point forward. They're just going to keep stalling, though. Whatever. Just keep stalling. Just keep stalling. If I was here, I'd be looking for an anti-nade on the ball. And yeah, it's just clean up from now on. And that's game. If you have any questions from this, let me know in the comments down below. But I still have a few more things that I want to say. I'm just going to put some key takeaways for you guys to understand. Number one, positive. I'm just going to say POS. Remain positive. I'm actually going to write the whole thing because my handwriting isn't totally bad. Okay, never mind. Remaining positive. It is not something that is easy. It is something that you learn from playing the game more and more and more. And playing with the right people. Playing with positive people. If someone's coming at you and it's just relentless, if it's bringing your mental down and your play down, mute it. If people don't like, you just have to make sure whatever you're doing, you remain in a positive mental state. You are going to lose games, whether you like it or not. I have lost very many games, which I'm actually going to talk about here now. The next thing, I understand that I'm doing an unranked to GM Ana only. What I want to highlight is that you do not want to 100% be like, oh, Paz thinks that Ana is the best pick in every single map. Yeah, I'm just gonna play Ana all the time now because that's what my favorite streamer does. And if I'm your favorite streamer, you know, I'm flattered. But you shouldn't act like me, because here's the thing: you need to know when to switch. I'm just gonna say switch. Know when to switch. Here's the thing: there are many games that I have lost this season on the Ana Unranked to GM. On that account, there are many times that I have lost when I could have gone BAP and probably carried the game much easier. You gotta know when to switch, and you have to play to win if that is what you're trying to do. Now, with that being said, you could be like, well, Paz, you're throwing games. That's not cool. You don't care because you're a Smurf. Here's the thing. I also want to teach you guys, even when you are playing Ana and you were struggling in suboptimal positions, because that is the character that you have picked in a suboptimal position, you still have to learn how to play that character and try to win as many fights as possible. And at the same time, at lower ranks, where I know, I mean, my viewership is pretty much all around the Overwatch rankings. I know a lot of people struggle with, they really want to play Ana, they want to become better at Ana. This is a way to do that. Showing you guys how to be aggressive, even when you're playing against suboptimal comps, making sure you're hitting your sleeps, making sure you're staying positive. I'm trying to teach you guys how to think through the game, and I've learned the game by thinking through the lens of Ana. It's helped me a lot. Maybe it can help you a lot. But I think learning from this Unranked to GM, after I finish this, the next Unranked to GM I will wait until a major patch comes. I will figure out who the best flex support is to lock, and I will probably just continue locking that flex support so that it's a little quicker and it makes more sense and it's a lot more useful. But I enjoy playing Ana the most. That's why I did it. I digress. What are the things that I suggest you guys to do if this is the game that you just played? Be more aware. I understand I'm autopiloting here because it's Diamond and I'm like, it's whatever. If I were really to play at my absolute height, absolute skill ceiling, being more aware, focusing, not looking at chat, not answering questions, what have you. That's not really how I roll. I'm still winning the games here. If it was a higher SR game, absolutely. Focusing, making sure you're staying aware, not messing up on things. The big thing, though, for me, again, I'm going to say it every single time, my aim needs to be better on Ana if I really want to see my true highest potential. I also need to... The other thing I want to say, just a little minor stuff, positioning, making sure that I'm not just walking into main, tunnel visioning, that kind of stuff on the first point. But the biggest thing I want to say here is that in Diamond, if you are one-tricking Ana, or if you're one-tricking any character, you are going to lose games. And that's that. That's just how it works. I feel like a lot of people have this unrealistic expectation where if they really are the best players ever, and they think that it's always them holding the bat. I mean, it is. You have to get better. But the thing is like the unrealistic expectation that if you are the best player ever, you will win every game. Every player will lose games. That's just how the game works. That's how online matchmaking works. And the sooner that you understand this, the more fun that you're going to have, the easier you're going to climb, and the happier person you're going to be. So understand that. Stay positive. When you see yourself getting tilted, take that break. I usually would do it when I was really trying to climb after 2 losses. Take a break, look at the VODs, see what I could do better, and keep going. But yeah, know when to switch. Stay positive. Aim arena 15 to 30 minutes a day for that warm-up so you're hitting more sleeps. I haven't found the time to do that, but I have been doing Kovacs, which is helping me with other stuff, which that video will come out soon. But yeah, I appreciate you guys so much for watching. If you found value in this, please let me know in the comments, like, subscribe, whatever you want to do. I haven't actually said to do that in a while, so hey, maybe support me a little bit. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys for watching. But until next time, I've got a peace out and Paz out. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.